Welcome to Be Light to Raise Light, where we believe in the power of storytelling to ignite change and inspire transformation. We are your hosts, Nishma Karim and Soraya Body, and we are thrilled to embark on this journey with you. In a world filled with noise and distraction, it can be challenging for mothers and authors alike to find their voice and make a meaningful impact. But fear not, because amidst the chaos, there's a beacon of hope. Enter Be Light to Raise Light. This incredible platform is on a mission to illuminate the path for awakened mothers and inspiring authors, empowering them to share their stories with the world and shine brightly on stages across the globe. It's a game changer for those who are ready to step into the spotlight and amplify their message. Whether you're a mom with a powerful story to share or an author eager to make a difference, Be Light to Raise Light is here to support you every step of the way. So if you're ready to make a real difference and connect with clients who resonate with your message, look no further. Visit our website, our bio, and together, let's illuminate the world with our stories and make a lasting difference. Here is a beautiful podcast for you to listen to as how Be Light to Raise Light has come about. Light to Raise Light. Welcome to all these radiant souls out there to a transformative episode of Be Light to Raise Light, where stories are not just told, they are felt, they are lived, and they are breathed into the hearts of the world. Today, we are beyond honored to be joined by a co-author whose journey, truth, and light are about to pour into the space with a resonance so deep, it will ripple through your soul. Let's welcome Lannie Reid. This isn't just an episode, it's an experience, a moment to witness someone vibrate with the essence of their story and infuse this world with their gift. The words that are going to be shared here today are not just words, they are energy, a heartbeat, and a call to awaken something extraordinary within all of us. As they step into the space ready to pour their heart and soul into every word, know that this is more than a storytelling. It is courage in its purest form. It is love, power, and magic igniting before your very ears. If you're here listening right now, it's because you're ready to rise with us, to be inspired, to feel deeply, and to witness what it means to truly shine. So get ready, because this episode is one you'll carry in your heart forever. Let's welcome this extraordinary co-author to Be Light to Raise Light. Their light here is to meet yours, and together we will illuminate the world.
Thank you, Nish, for that beautiful introduction. I'm going to quickly introduce Lannie, who's a beautiful soul. I had the privilege of knowing her since 2019. And I'm going to just give you a little bit of background about her. So Lannie Reid is a mom, grandmother, intuitive medium, spiritual teacher, healer, and author of Know Your Angels. She is passionate about empowering and inspiring women to live their most authentic and joyful lives by aligning with their soul. Lannie offers workshops on intuition, meditation, working with and connecting with angels, and your inner teacher and your presence. She has spent the past 20 years training in mediumship, psychic, intuitional development, as well as various healing modalities. Lannie is a certified Reiki master, third degree elder Futhark, I hope I'm saying that right, and life certified in healing art of transformation. She's also a certified oracle and angel guide. Lannie has been through some profound life challenges and has gone through a deep spiritual healing of her own. It has been a long road, but she has successfully navigated to the light. Lannie is now at a point in her life where her greatest desire is to share her knowledge to help others on their journey. She loves to cook, spend time with her family, travel, and cheer on her favorite hockey team. Is it the Flames or is it the Oilers?
It's the Oilers. It
has to be the Oilers.
Oh my God. Oh yes, it has to be the Oilers.
That's my son's favorite hockey team right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Um, Lannie is from Alberta, Canada, and we are just so overjoyed to have you here, Lannie. And, reading your story, I just felt this profound connection. And I felt this connection to you all along. But in reading your words, I was brought to tears and I was just brought to another place. I had full head to toe shivers. And I just knew that your message has come at a time, not just for us to read it, but for it to be scattered to all corners of the earth as a healing energy, as a healing power to uplift the energetic blueprint of the world. And I know we were meant to journey together at this point in our lives. And I'm so happy we're doing this together. It just brings me so much joy. So thank you for being here. So happy and welcome.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here. And I just feel blessed to be able to tell my story and that you and Nish asked me to be a part of this journey that you have created. And believe me, it wasn't the easiest of stories to tell.
Yes. Yes.
But I did it, and I just feel blessed.
Thank
It's
you.
such a pleasure to have you here. Your
Thank you.
story resonates a lot with a lot of mothers. The ups and
Mm.
downs that you've gone through resonates. The feelings you were going through resonates. The highs and lows of not loving yourself, not understanding what's going on, judging others, what was going on, what was happening. This is a story that must be read. And we're so happy that you were here. So happy that Be Light to Raise Light was one of the reasons why you're able to write the story. So that's one of my questions for you is what inspired you to join the Be Light to Raise Light book?
What inspired me? I believe it was both of your energies. You were so excited about writing a heart-centered, soul-driven book. And I think it was the awakening part of it, honestly. Because like I have told how I awakened before, but this just felt different. The vibration felt different. So to me, I feel a lot of different frequencies and vibrations and that kind of thing. I don't know, like I felt it with both of you, and I have to feel something in order to say yes. So I just felt this was what I needed to do next at this stage of my life. If I can even help one person, if they're even going through the same thing, even in a little bit, I'll feel that like I've done my job that I came here to do.
I don't know what to say to you. I'm just so amazed with every word, every vibration, every energy that you're putting through with this. Because honestly speaking, when Sarah and I started to, do this and put this book together, it was totally our vibration that just highlighted the whole universe. We were radiating with love and fire. Honestly, the powerful fire. I can see this world just light up with this book. And I keep saying this to everyone. It's not just a book. It's going to be a very illuminating read for a lot of those that are going to be reading. It's like another pathway to illuminating their soul and their light. So that fact that you felt that vibration and the fact that you were able to feel it and join us, that's big. So thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So can you tell us how you write in soul-aligned way and what tips you have for other women who want to write a book?
There's many things, many things. Okay, I feel like you have to feel it. To me, a soul aligned way, your soul is all about feeling. It's what makes you excited. It's what brings you joy in your life. It's um, passion, right? It comes from that place, that source, and it can also come from your greatest struggles, right? It can also come from your biggest trauma, your biggest the things that
wake you up to acknowledging what it is you would love. Because you already know once you go through the trauma of things or the struggle of things or the lessons, you already know that's what you don't want. But if you can get into the place of transformation, the place of love, the place of spirit, that's when it just flows through. It's almost like finding the pearl in the water that's like swirling all around you. It's that's what I would say it's like. How I found mine is this time I was driving and I just had this inclination to record my message, to record my chapter as I was driving. And I felt it, like I felt it coming on. And then it just came through and I was crying as I was driving. It was like not pretty. It was like when things come out of everywhere. And I was going somewhere. So then I had to like then I had to finish it, of course, in the car. And then I had to get myself together to go in and do what I needed to do. But for me, it's like when my heart starts beating, it's like that uncontrollable heartbeat that comes through. And then it's flowing. It's flowing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a download.
It's like a download.
It's like a download from the universe. And it often happens in times where you don't expect it. Like,
when you don't expect
right?
it.
You're
Exactly.
driving, you're walking, you're in the shower, like places where your body is relaxed, so your mind is in presence and can receive the message. Because I felt the energy behind your words. And, I think it's also very healing and therapeutic to write it out, to speak it out. And so when you're talking about crying, it's like this energy was moving through you, another layer of healing as you're expressing it, right?
Yes.
I love it because for me, when I get my downloads, it's usually after listening to music. Music is a big thing for me. So if I have a very piano, relaxing music going on, or if I'm listening to some kind of like a very soft beat while I'm, either cleaning or doing something, somehow, somewhere, it's like I'm not thinking about the past, nor am I thinking about the future. I'm just thinking about the now, and I'm just enjoying this rhythm, and little things start to fill up in my heart and soul. And those things just create this voice inside of me that just wants to tell the world everything I feel. And it's like, Soraya actually loves to put it on her phone and stuff. And then you actually just have it in your head and you just bawl out and cry. I do too. I cried out and then I'm like, that's it. I need to write about it. So my writing, if you ever see any of my posts that I write about something particular and I just write it, it's because it just flew right into my heart and soul. And I had to pour it out. So that is amazing how yours came to you, because it's a little download. It's how you feel. It's a little voice that's inside of you that nobody really understands until you feel it.
Yeah.
Right? It's a vibration. It's a transformation that you're going through that continues to vibrate your heart, and that soul is crying to give you this information. So when it cries, guess who else is crying? It's your body that's crying.
Yes, I 100% agree. I do. Yeah.
And I think when you're speaking, it's like it's not a force, it's a flow. And it's not like you're sitting there for hours at the computer trying to write something. It's a download. So it comes with ease and flow. And it still evokes emotion in us, but it doesn't feel like it's like miracles collapse time. It just comes through us and onto the page or onto the voice note. And there it is. So thank you for being in that energy of writing in that way.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome. That's how it worked for me this time. I know other times I write, sometimes it's just like pen to paper, and then other times it's like typing it out. And I just start typing about nothing, and then all of a sudden it engages and it just flows through.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it. I love every part of it. It is so beautiful. Oh my God. This is where and how your story is going to continue to light up this world. Remember, it's the energy and the vibrancy that you're putting into your story that's going to bring this book to another level. And so that's when I say, as the book is about awakening moms, they're awakening for the world. So can you tell us a little bit about what led you to your awakening?
What led me to my awakening was in a time where I was so lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like, and then I started to connect with the unknown, angels in particular.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in and really helped me to see that I was worthy,
Mm-hmm.
that that my voice was important, that my life was important, that if nothing else, that my children were there and I had something to live for. That was the ultimate place and time of my awakening. What led to it, I guess, was years of being unwell and just having I was already at rock bottom. I was already at rock bottom. It was the only way to go, was to go up.
It feels like it was like a light that just came to you saying, either you continue the path that you're going and then continue to feel unhealthy about what you're going through, not feeling well about yourself, keep dragging yourself down, or you have a choice to change, not just to better yourself, but to better the people that are around you, like your kids, your family.
Yeah, I would sort of explain it like that. So I was at a point in my life where I thought I was dying. And at that point, Spirit came in and said, hey, because I didn't think there was anything left to really live for. And they came in and said, hey, look here. There is so much to live for, and let's keep going. You're going to figure it out. Let's keep going. You're going to figure it out. That was the moment for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, the light came in and brought me out of the darkness and into the light.
Yeah. And just reading your story, like you went through significant health challenges, like, MS, and then you had that the nerve, right?
Yeah, the trigeminal neuralgia.
Thank you. Yeah, which is like extremely painful. And so it's like almost the pain took over your lens because it was so consuming.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Pain is a different little monkey. It completely took over everything. When you are in severe pain, like that, and it's not like it was just a few months. It's been 10 years now, right? So when it really does take over everything, and you cannot find the light, you cannot see the light. You are in the darkness. And yeah.
It's like, it's beautiful that having experienced that level of pain to the point where you couldn't eat, you couldn't function, you couldn't do all of the things that, we take for granted on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't do those things. But in that moment, after going through quite a number of years of being in that space, there was this opening of light that allowed you to transcend the pain, to see, almost like observe it looking down, to say the pain is not you, Lannie. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's part of your journey, but it's not actually you. And so
Yeah.
I loved reading that part of your story about just the angels coming in and
Yes.
and
Yes.
that transformation. So I just wanted to kind of say that because just having read your words, it just really hit a chord with me, and just like how you felt being there, almost trapped in this body, and you want to be there for your kids, and you want to, you want to be there as that mom that's healthy and vibrant and able to do things with them, but you couldn't. And that is a real pain as a mother, right? You want to be
Yes.
there for your kids in that way. But now you found your way out of that and you're healing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so that is such a ray of hope for whatever people are going through, right? Whatever they might be facing, that can
Yes.
feel all consuming, that there is
Yes.
some hope, right? There is
Yes.
that light.
There
That
is
is always
always
there.
hope.
Yes.
It's just our job to find the hope
Yeah.
and to not give in to whatever is trying to bring you down and take you out. And it's so easy to it's so much easier to do that than it is to climb back out.
Yeah.
It truly is. Yeah. So much easier to just say, I give up. I, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. It is so much easier to do that. I mean, you can do it for a little bit. You can stay positive and all that for a little bit, but then, yeah, it just becomes easier to say, oh, I give up.
Surrender. Yeah. Surrender your
Surrender.
holding. Yeah. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just surrender every time there
Yeah.
is something I cannot control. And I know I
Yes.
can't control it. No matter what I did, it's just exactly that pain, that things that you're going to go through. It's like, oh, and I just I don't know what to do. All I can do is be myself, be the best I can be. And I now I'm just going to leave this on you. Like, figure it out for me because
Yes.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Yes. That's basically what I ended up doing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And I think that's an important point, because we have our own will, and angels and light beings cannot enter in, although they're there, until we actually ask and surrender and say, like, help me, that's when the opening can come.
Yes.
So I just want to let people know that are listening, you're on the journey, you're going through a hard time. Ask, invite the entities of light, whatever you believe in, to come in and help you through that dark time.
Yes. I agree 100%. Yeah.
Lannie, I would love for you to read an excerpt of your story, something that you can share with us as well, that a message, something that you can share with us, a message that how you want to convey this message to your kids, to your grandkids and mothers around the world. So read us an excerpt that you can also give us a message with.
You can't go back to the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Author C.S. Lewis is a quote that I loved. I know I made mistakes raising my children because I was not a perfect mother, but what I have now is perspective. I see who they have become, how they have chosen to live their lives. I see and feel their capacity for love. If I could offer you one thing, I would tell you to trust in yourself and in your own power. You and your children are so much stronger than you know.
Okay, shivers down my entire body.
That is just so unbelievably beautiful.
Oh.
Wow. When you speak
Yeah.
it, Lannie, when you
Yeah.
speak it, like, I've read it, but when you speak it, it's just like, wow, it takes you to another dimension.
Yeah, because I literally awakened. I think it was like 37 when I began to awaken. So I was older in comparison to, when I first had my kids. So my kids were almost grown, right? So that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
It reminds me of something when you were reading that. It reminds me, it's like you can only be, and I don't think it's a mistake because I don't think anyone or any parent knows how to raise their child unless they are awakened to raise their child the way that they want to be raised. So you need to be awakened to raise your children awakened. And so you can
Yes.
only raise your children the way you know best. And so I don't think it's a mistake or any problem, any issues. I think you know best on how to raise your kids the way that you've learned the best. But as we awaken, as we start to live our life the way that we're living today, and to really flow through the energy that we're flowing through now, this is the energy that we will give our kids as we continue to take care of ourselves. And that's exactly what
Yes.
you're doing. Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that so
Yeah.
much, so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just, in reading your story, Lannie, and I hear this from a lot of moms, it's like, oh, I awakened later in my journey, and had I looked back, I might have done things differently. And I think what's beautiful and amazing in your story is you talk about that was part of their learning, just as much as it was part of your unfolding of your soul, that you were meant to go through that period of time. It was also part of their learning, their soul contract, that they were meant to experience that and work through that. So I think for the mothers that are out there that might be feeling that, what would be your message? Somebody who's kind of looking back, I'm awakened now and I wasn't awakened then. And I've heard from some moms. I just actually spoke to a mom a couple of weeks ago, and she's saying, I'm kind of grieving. I'm in a bit of a grieving space. I'm processing that. And it looks like you've made peace with that. So I would love to hear from you what your advice would be to mothers.
Well, I didn't make peace with it right away.
Yeah.
But it took me a little bit. But I just know for me to vibe on the vibration that I prefer. And I can't have any regrets. I can't have any, well, it could have been this way, but I did this and I should, like all the shoulds in the woods. I just know that things were meant to unfold the way they unfolded, because everything is, what is meant to be is meant to be. And I'm meant to be right here talking to you in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be if I hadn't have gone through what I went through, and my kids went along with it, right along with me. We don't always think about that part, about their lessons in the large scheme of it all. But I had time to really process it and think about it. They wouldn't be who they are if they hadn't have gone through that with me.
Absolutely.
And I have never been prouder of 3 human beings in my life. I love them more than I could love anyone on this planet. And I know how strong they are now, because they went through what in their own perspective. They have a different perspective than I have, because they saw me from a different angle. And I know they can get through anything. If they got through that with me, they can do anything. I know that, because they had to be so strong for me. And normally as a parent, you want to be the strong one, but I had to really get vulnerable and really trust in them, that they were strong enough to handle something that most adults don't even kind of go through. Seeing a loved one go through that much, I want to say, like, so much pain. And to see somebody in pain, I feel like is, you don't know what to do, but I don't know, they just flowed with it. They knew what to do. They knew what to say. They're just so much stronger because of it. And if I could tell any of the mothers here, just trust in your kids. Just trust in them, because they have their own intuition. They have their own guidance teams working with them. They have their own angel teams. They have their, even if they're not aware of it right now, they probably will be in the future, and they will just turn out great, because they had you as a mother. no matter what you went through.
Wow. You're a beautiful mom, Lannie. Like I just, just that's just very profound, everything you shared. And I will be listening back again to hear this message, even for myself, because I think it's just such a powerful message for moms. And I think that that's just so, like when I think about when you're speaking, it's like, you're right. These beautiful children have been gifted to us.
Mm-hmm.
They were never ours to begin with. They have been lent to us. They've been gifted to us by the universe. And so the universe is ultimately watching over them. We are there, of course, as their chosen mother and guiding them through it in the way we know how. But they are supported, they are guided, they are loved, and they are taken care of. And I love how you said they will turn out. Like that's just so beautiful. So thank you for sharing that. I think that's going to be very healing for mothers at all stages of the journey, wherever they're at. And I know that that's something that I take to heart. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it just goes back to really believing in yourself. And when they see that, they will glow. When they see you and when they see what you're up to and what you're doing and how you are radiating, they automatically will radiate too, without even doing anything. So you're exactly right. I love that.
Yeah.
I know that angels were a big point that led to your awakening. And I love that because, it's such a deep feeling for me. And I was just wondering, like, can you tell us how you've been able to amplify your connection with angels? And do you think that every single person here has an angel team with them?
I will tell you that every single person here has an angel team with them. I will tell you that 100% of everyone. It's like they do, because they're all around us. We just don't always acknowledge it because we're unaware at the point that we are right at this very moment. But once we say yes to them, hey, thank you, angels, for coming into my life. I welcome you into my life. I ask you to step in and take the reins for a moment. I give you full permission to come into my life and guide me and to witness me and to just be here for me. That was like a huge step for me, amplifying my connection to the angels. That you kind of need that first step is to welcome them into your life. And then I think it like another sign or another thing is looking for the signs. Angel numbers are a big thing. A lot of people receive angel numbers, like 1111 was, I think, the first one that I really started noticing. And then it would go to like 222 and then 333. Like it would just depend on the day because each number kind of means something else. But then I would notice I would get all of them all in the same day. I would get all of them all in the same day. And to me, that was like huge because they were in my life. And I knew that they were becoming a part of my day. And I knew my day was aligning and I was making the right choices and I was making, guided choices because they were help to guide me. Oh, see you're right over here. Come over here. You know what I mean? Like, and then I would do something and then I would see an angel number and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that was the right area to go. And just like little things like seeing them in the clouds and sometimes you see a flash of light out of the corner of your eye. And that's sometimes to me, I mean, these are all things that I notice for myself. Everybody is different, but that flash of light out of the corner of your eye is a lot of times an angel. And then sometimes we hear our name being called.
Yeah.
Angels love to call our name, and amplifying, I think, meditating and setting the intention that you want to meet your angels. You want to meet your guardian angel. Like that was a big thing for me too. was meeting my guardian angel during meditation, and then seeing the signs around me that she told me she was going to bring. I think once you realize the like when something is validated for you, that it becomes like a reality. So I wrote a book called Know Your Angels, and it just felt like after I actually wrote it after I came out of my awakening, in a sense, and they told me it was my job to write the book and their job to show up for the people that read it. So one thing that they showed me was that it was supposed to be like a white and gray book. And then I started noticing there was all different, it showed up in all different hues of colors, pinks and whites and yellows and pinks and reds, and like all these different colors would show up in the book on the cover. And that was just like another sign of knowing, oh, okay, so the pink book, if you have like a pink colored book, that I knew to be the angels of love were showing up for that person that was reading that book, because that's what they needed more in their life. They needed to be brought more love into their life, etc., etc.
Oh, beautiful. I'm actually, it's interesting because I felt called to reach out to you yesterday about connecting with angels. It's been coming to me. So all of these things that you're sharing, I'm taking intent notes on all the things, and the angel numbers, yes, like I see them a lot. And even with the speed light to raise light, like off the hook, like we're just like, wow, you're feeling aligned. It's like you just constantly see them. And that's what I'm feeling like when I'm in that flow, and when I'm with that connection with the vibration of love. It's like, yes, they keep showing up, right?
Yeah.
So and everyone gets different signs, right, in different ways.
Yeah, everyone gets different signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say meditation is probably the biggest way to connect with them.
Soraya always gets them. Soraya always gets these little signs. It's so beautiful though, because when I'm with Soraya and Be Light to Raise Light, I feel like it wouldn't be this amplifying without either of us. She has this amplifying way of like showing up in such a way that the angels' numbers just continue to show up. And then somehow radiates the energy to me. So by the time I'm ready to go, though I may have a little bit of a different perspective, somehow they flow together and they just magnify. And it's beautiful. Yes. It's beautiful. This is why I'm like, I can't believe we're doing this. I can't believe that we're in this situation together. And you're exactly right. There's one thing that you said though, is that a lot of people want to see it before they believe it. It's like that believing situation. One day I was actually on the playground with my kids, and that's exactly what happened with me. I'm like, I believe in you guys. And I was just talking to myself. I'm like, I believe in you guys, but show me some magic. And I just kind of wanted to see what would happen. And I let go of it. I'm like, show me hearts in the sky. Show me hearts in the sky. That's all I'm asking. It doesn't have to be like so many. Just show me one, right? A nice big heart. And beyond belief, Lannie, I got so many hearts. I saw so many hearts in the sky, and I was just like, oh my God, they're really real. They're real. They're real. Like, you don't realize it. I think I just asked. I wasn't really looking to see who would come or not. Like, I just asked. And it was just like, I looked up and I saw a heart of a cloud that was ready to like pour rain. Or then I saw another one on the other side just forming into a heart. And I saw another, I think I saw 3 or 4. And I'm just like, oh my God. So if you're telling me that you have these angels, that you were able to awaken because of the angels, I believe you. I believe every essence, every magic, every power that you have written in your book. That is absolutely true. I believe that Soraya is my angel too as well, through a dimension that we both have come from. Because it's this magic pouring through us that we're able to be here together. I believe that we have someone guiding us through every thick and thin, every possibility, and that we're never alone. So the fact that you said that we have angel teams with us, I believe you. I believe you.
So I guess my question for you is like, what message do you have for moms that might be on the journey of awakening, and for your children? I'd love to hear for your children, your grandchildren. Like, what message would you like to share?
Follow your heart. Follow your heart no matter where it takes you, because that's your soul speaking to you. And to mothers, I like, if you they're just such precious little beings, those little children, and I know they can push your buttons like nobody could. They know how to push your buttons more than anyone else on this earth. And well, maybe not everyone else, but they really do. And know that you are doing great. You are doing everything you can to make sure those little beings grow up and become who they're meant to be. And even on the hard days, you will get through them, no matter what they look like. And your kids will get to the other side of being these perfect grown-up children. And you will get to see how you raised them. And you'll see all the different little lessons that you gave them when they were little coming through, and how they begin to tell stories of how they grew up with you. And that's probably the most touching thing that can touch your heart, is when they start to tell stories about what they loved about their childhood. And I think that makes it completely worth it, all the hard days.
That's a great message. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then when you get grandkids, oh my,
I can't imagine, like, I love my kids like crazy, and I can't imagine grandkids. I hear even burst your heart even more open. Like, I'm like, my heart is already so open with my kids. I can't imagine loving anything or anyone even more, but I'm sure when you have grandkids, it's like an extension of your kids, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's
beautiful. An extension of them, and they are just, they look at you like you walked on the moon. I think because you give them your full attention the whole time you're with them.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. They're perfect.
Kids are definitely one of the most difficult, 100%. But I also believe it comes down to energy. I really do. Sometimes I'm busy and I'll be exhausted, or I'm doing something, but that's the only time that they want my attention, is when I'm busy. And then that creates friction, right? But when I give them all the time in the world, then they're these perfect angels, no problem. So again, it really depends on our energy, and they can feel that, and so they vibrate through that. I think it's really important to know that, because a lot of people are like, oh, why am I screaming at my kids all the time? It's because my energy is low. I'm doing something. I'm trying to get something done, but they're trying to get their energy back to this vibrancy and trying to get it back from you, not realizing that that's what they're doing. And it's creating a friction between a parent and a child. And so if you just stop doing everything, put everything away when your kids are around, again, energy, angels will come and step in to help you, right? I always believe that. And I always say to myself, I'm trying to do something, and they're just like, they're so annoying. And then by the time I'm putting everything down, just stop doing everything. And now I'm just and I talk to them, and I'm spending that time with them. It's like, what, night and day. So I love that you said all those little things, because honestly, it all comes down to, like, even the three of us today, if I was not in a good mood, or I felt, not very happy being here today, I think you would feel that energy right away, which would cause the conversation to be a lot different than the conversation it is right now. So energy in everything we do, from being with your kids, from being a grandparent with your grandchildren, for being with the people you love, your family, stop doing anything that's going to prevent you from giving them the best energy. And I think that's really important message. I feel that you have brought into your story and into the angel life. So thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. So welcome. I'm just absolutely thrilled. I love talking about anything spiritual, and I love talking about my children and my grandchildren. So this is just the perfect conversation for me. It's a mixture,
Oh, we love
right?
it. We love it. Let's continue to have these conversations, right? It feels like we're just
Yeah.
like at each other's home on a couch having a cup of tea and talking about things that are so near and dear to our soul. And
Yes.
like I think Nish and Lannie, when you're talking, the word connection kept kind of coming up. It's
Mhm.
connecting to our highest self and then connecting to our children. And it doesn't have to be a long time, but when you're in presence and you're
Mhm.
with them and they feel that, that goes such a long way. So, but it first starts with self, connecting with your highest self, being in that space. And then you can truly be in that presence and that energy that you want to radiate. And then they will truly feel it, right? So,
Yes, they will.
yeah.
Another tip
Yeah,
per se.
absolutely.
Okay. You can ask your higher self to connect with your children's higher self when you're, I guess, in a time of where they're, you could say, acting out, and you need them to be peaceful.
Oh, I
And
love
you
that.
could, yeah, you could like you can ask your higher selves, because they like that. I don't know why, but they like that. To connect with their higher selves, to just bring it, like, what do they need, and pray, please bring them to peace. Like those kinds of things. Yeah, just a
Yeah.
little tip there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Really
it. And
do.
I love that. I remember hearing this somewhere too, is like you can also ask like their spirit guide team, their angel team to
Mm,
watch over them. Let's say they're going to school or they're going somewhere, like, to like your teams to communicate, to watch over them, to protect them, to guide
yes.
them through the day or guide them through what they're going through. My son had this tryout yesterday, so I was praying to the angels and my team just to like work with his team to help channel through him on the ice, to help him, in his
Yeah.
tryout. And of course, whatever's for him won't miss him. But I was kind of thinking in that way, and I prayed on this crystal and I gave it to him, and I said, okay, this is like, your reminder, you're not alone, and to just call
Oh,
on that energy when you're on the ice, right?
oh, I love that. I
Oh,
so love that.
I love that. I'm going to do that. Thank you. There's many moments where, right, our kids are having those tantrums, they're still in that formation, those years for the emotional development. So I really love that. I never thought to use it in that way, is to ask,
Yeah.
right? Ask the teams to kind of
Yeah, because their higher self is one of their greatest guides, right?
love it.
It's one of our own greatest guides. It's like it's a part of you. It's the piece that's a part of you. That's a
Yeah.
part of the unknown, but also a part of you.
It's
Very
funny.
good.
I can actually sit here and talk to you about this. I have questions after questions after questions.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah.
But I don't think this podcast is for that. But
No.
honestly speaking, I love your story. I love everything you've gone through. I love all your beautiful, all the stuff that you've actually said. It really it brought a lot of knowledge into my life. So thank you so much. There are things I'm
Oh,
like, oh,
you're
I could
very
fire
welcome.
my guide. I'm like, I've never done that before. I just
Yeah.
believe that whoever is my guide and whoever is there for me is leading me to exactly where I need to be. And I think that's really important to me and important to for anyone. But if you want to know more, I think this is where I would love for you to actually tell us where they can actually get a hold of you,
Yeah.
how they can get a hold of you, all your information, because then this way, when they hear this and they want to know more and they want to know how you're able to lead your gift to every single soul out there, I think this would be the best way of doing it.
Yeah. I they can get a hold of I have a website.
Mhm.
So it's lanniereid.com. And LANNIEREID, because sometimes people don't know how to spell my name. It is a little different.
Mhm.
Also, I'm on Facebook as Lannie Reid. I am also on Instagram as Lannie Reid. It's just, yeah, it's just that. And if you want to email me, I'm on info at
Mhm.
lanniereid.com. So yeah, that's how you can get a hold of me. Or
Perfect. I just wrote
yeah,
it all
info.
down. Those that will be listening to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it into our description below to every
Perfect.
podcast that we're going to do. Is going to have the info, have your bio, what you do, all the tips of the conversations that we've had. So this is amazing. I cannot believe first, that you're here with us with our book of Be Light to Raise Light. You're a co-author that's going to be raising their light with us as this book continues to get into the world. And as we are continuing to read stories and fill up the heart of every single person, every single co-author that's here, I hope it raises a vibration of those that are listening in here and they get excited about the book, because once the book is out, it's going to be, pouring into everyone's homes and hands, and it's going to be a powerful tool for them to go through, to read, to acknowledge, to feel, and to really bring their essence and love up. And it's going to be huge. So thank you so much, Lannie, for being here, for being part of our journey, for bringing your angels with us, for pouring your love and light into this journey, for giving us you, and for just giving us all love and support and strength to build Be Light to Raise Light, because this is the reason why you're here with us. So thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm honored, and I send you so many blessings.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for everyone listening. We're just sending you so much good energy. May every word heal, illuminate, elevate, awaken you to the conscious being that you already are, so you can continue to raise yourself in raising beautiful conscious beings that illuminate this entire world. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Be Light to Raise Light is a sacred and extraordinary platform where mothers are invited to shine brilliantly and share their unique stories with the world. Through books, stages, social gatherings, and more, we elevate these voices to the highest vibration, illuminating not only their personal journeys, but the collective consciousness of the world. Our vision is to create a radiant community of mothers who come together to inspire, empower, and light up the world with their truth and wisdom. Be Light to Raise Light is a space where authenticity thrives, stories resonate, and every woman's light is celebrated. Join us in this beautiful mission by becoming part of our community. Follow us on Facebook at Be Light to Raise Light, or on Instagram at Be Light to Raise Light, or connect with us directly by email at inspire@belighttoraiselight.com. Together, let's ignite a movement of light, love, and transformation.